What's good, y'all? This is the real A-Town, aka RGB Fox, and I am here showcasing a Evolzar artifact Traptrix deck. This is a deck that was played in the one of the recent Mortal Tag monthlies, I believe, and honestly, is been pretty fire. Wholeheartedly, I believe it's one of the best things that I've laid eyes on for such a long time, just because of the fact that I get to play Evolzar and get to play Evil Singularity, and I mean, I love that deck so much. This is the deck list for those that are interested, and I'll put the link from Format Library in the description below. Shout outs to Tempest 993. Exaton Elimination 18 is where he played it in. I'm going against a few different decks here in this video. This one is a dragon deck, but with artifacts. I don't know. I guess this guy was trying to cook something. And I go first. I start with Compulse, Warning, Book of Moon, Breakthrough Skill, and Phoenix Chain. He has Tengu, Mirror Force, Flammable Guard, Ice Hand, and the Moral Tech. Not the very best start. So I go ahead and set for. I want to keep my Phoenix Chain and Book of Moon because I don't think I need both. And also, this can be like, one of the worst cards to have set if you have nothing else going for you, because you can't really remove it. It is a continuous, right? So you want to be careful with it. And then here he sets a Moral Tech and a Ice Hand and pass. I draw Serato and I'm like, okay, might as well attack on the Ice Hand. And I'm forced to use Solemn Warning here because I don't want to deal with another body potentially affecting me. So I set to at this point and pass because I can always Phoenix Chain like a potential Fire Hand. Here I have Lago Sucho and I go dump a copy of Serato and pass. And the reason I didn't attack was legitimately because I didn't want to attack into another hand. Here he flips Tengu though and then uses Econ to take my Serato. He goes ahead and summons the other Tengu. Lucky for him, he didn't brick. And then overlays into the Vol Chain. I hit that with a Compulse because I don't want him to use it. And then, yeah. He sets a Flammable Guard. I go ahead and activate Duality. I get a Murmillo, so you already know what time it is. Trying to grab a trap hole here. After adding the bottomless, I set it and then pass, and it's just kind of like a slow grind. I attack with the Lago Sucho, thinking that it was going to be a small body like Ice Hand or Fire Hand, and yeah, no, not something that went in my favor very well. He draws a skill drain pass, and he has a lot of good traps back here. Mirror Force is something that you don't usually see in hat format, but I mean, I think it's been picking up in popularity. Here I have a Singularity and a Sanctum, so I'm almost set up. But I got too much back row here. I kind of had to wait till my opponent does something or till I do something, right? So we're just passing back and forth a bunch, as you can tell. I go Tribute for the Moral Tech, yeah, go ahead and swing. He goes Mirror Force, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, Here he summons a Fire Hand, and I bottomless it, and I'm just playing chicken here, like, who is going to fuck up first. I want a Soul Charge, though, because I do want to get rid of his back row, plus get, like, the 2 Seratos back so that I can make, like, a Dolka or something, maybe Logia. Unfortunately, though, he does have the vanities, and I set Sanctum pass, because, again, eventually I'll be able to obliterate what he has on board. Drawing a lot of Singularities, though, which is great. In the grind, Singularity is going to help me with all the Evolzar's XCs. Now here, because I already have the Nightmare, I just go ahead and, I had to crash. I want to get rid of this vanities as soon as possible. So luckily, he doesn't have any responses to that. And even if he did, if a card of his goes to graveyard, I'm like free game here to do anything. Here he goes ahead and sends off a Dragon Shrine, a White Stone, grabs a Blue Eyes, and I mean, he must not be playing many Blue Eyes, right? It's probably just a 1-in-1, because I would have sent like a Ruler plus a normal monster. Here he flips up the Debris Dragon, goes for Levolval Chain again, and I mean, again, I have to stop this. So he chains Maxi, I pop the Levolval, and then he goes off. Obviously, I didn't have the Maxi drop here, otherwise I would have been going crazy. I had to set it. But on here, Stardust and Gaia Charger, obviously 2 very scary cards, and The Stardust plays very well into this matchup. But I do have Fiendish Chain to stop the piercing, and then Book of Moon for the Stardust. Really good call here with these two cards. Don't see a lot of Fiendish Chain in the format, and high key it makes sense because of all the backer removal that's played. But when it hits, it hits. And then the Book of Moon, I mean, dude, you couldn't ask me for a better card in this specific position here. Compulse as well. Compulse is a card that I haven't played in a very long time in Het format, and I'm glad I put it back in my deck here. So let's continue. I draw into an MST. I go Dionea, which is the best card because now on the skill drain I get to just pop it and my Dionea resolves. I go Murmillo, target this one, and then he is going to just use the effect. My assumption is that he doesn't play multiple artifacts, otherwise you obviously chain it there. That's a free +1, but he doesn't have it. And then Soul Charge to get stopped by Warning. It's okay. I'll just deal with that however I can. Make sure to run over the Stardust. This has not been used, but we can see that it's a Mortal Tech. And then, yeah, from here, I go Evil Singularity to chain, and I destroy the monster. This doesn't negate the summon, but just destroy the monster. Then I have Dolka plus Desolde. I go Lance, attack over. I'm hoping that I can push for game, but, you know, that's not going to happen with just these two. From there, I negate the Fire Hand. I negate the Swift Scarecrow, deal as much damage as possible, get him to as low as possible. And then, yeah, it's just, you know, a matter of time before I try to win. I'm thinking this may be another skill drain, but even if it is, it doesn't really matter because he can't use it. Solda, of course, going to pop this. I said everything. Realistically, I'm just waiting for a chance to make Heartland Draco. And then I summon Dionea, pop the last Mon. It ends up being a Mortal Tech. I go Chain because I just don't want to risk not having anything for the back row. Turned out to be a Mortal Tech, right? And then I go Overlay for Gaia Dragon. He's at 500, so almost nothing he sets will be able to like deal with the piercing. And as you can see, I win that game. What could I have been punished with? Nothing really, not in this deck at the very least, I think. Game 2, you know, Blaster, Skill Drain, Burial, Blue Eyes, Dark Hole. Honestly, really bad cards in hand right now because they don't really do anything right now except for like this one. And then I have Soul Charge, Compulse, Mortal Tag, Dionea, and Ice Hand. So he starts, he gets to draw 2 sets, and okay, so he drew his bottom list, so that's why he didn't go for the Murmillo. Gotcha. Yeah, I just go ahead and set, as well as setting 2 back row, and I pass. The reason why I didn't set the Compulse is because I was thinking, you know, there's a slight chance that, you know, my opponent plays like a Waking the Dragon. You know, it's not common in rulers, but there's a chance, right? And if he has it here, I'm fine with getting these 2 in the graveyard. So he starts setting more. Now I'm going to feel more comfortable to, you know, get others, right? So he loses 1,000. Oh, okay, never mind. He gained it back. So yeah, it's just a setting game here. He takes my monster with the Fire Hand, overlays with the Murmillo. I go ahead and negate with Breakthrough Skill. And it's not like you want to put this in defense mode because like the likelihood that it gets run over increases. Unfortunately for him, I do have a nice hand set. I crash, pop a back row, summon Fire Hand, again, crash, pop the monster. And I guess he was trying to like fake me out or something. And he mirror forces. Now, as you can see, this man did misplay. So what you should be doing here in this circumstance is the moment I flipped up the Ice Hand and then declared the attack, he should have gone Skill Drain, Flip, Chainlink 1 on Attack Declaration, and then Mirror Force Chainlink 2. It would have destroyed the Ice Hand at Chainlink 2, and then Skill Drain would have resolved, which would have left me without a body and me have taken damage for no reason. But I understand why he didn't do it. Obviously, you want to keep the Levolvo chain alive if possible so that you can activate its effect. But at that point, it's a losing game. You might as well just go ahead and activate it. Who would have known? Who knows what he would have like had? But he definitely didn't lose right there immediately. I do have Maxi and Soul Charge though, along with 3 back rows, so the likelihood that he would have been able to come back anytime soon is very, very unlikely. But you might as well keep trying. Now this match is against a heavier hat build, with the artifacts being heavier in here. As you can see, he has Caduceus, Scythe. Any deck with Caduceus means that the artifact count is likely to be high. So, luckily, I win all my die rolls. So, I went ahead and drew. Foolish with the Lagosucho. Grab myself a Sanctum. You know, I want to have something to be able to activate against my opponent, and then pass. He ends up setting 4, passes. I go ahead, summon another Lagosucho. He goes for the breakthrough skill. I do have a rank 3 in my deck, but it's just Levier. So yeah, I mean, I really can't do anything about that at this time. So I just go ahead and attempt to swing directly for 2,400 total. He destroys Scythe, and yeah, we'll just ignore everything that happened here. Basically, what he does is he pops his Scythe, and then sets the Beagle Tech, and then I chain Maxi because against a artifact deck, the Maxis are not really that good in the mirror. So you know, you might as well use them where you can as an upstart. In this case, on the Scythe here for myself, and then I draw into a Mortal Tech. So I think at this point, yeah, I have a Maxi for it, and then I have multiple ways to interact with any of the monsters that he might potentially summon. So from here, he goes attacks the Scythe, I go Sanctum, Special, and then attempt to pop. And then he sets a card, passes, and then from here, I'm just going to try to deal as much damage as possible. And then he draws nothing there, so he had missed defeat. And then on the next game, again, all of these kind of ended really quickly for no reason. The opponents just decided to give up as a spoiler, but we'll go through it. You know, Murmillo for bottomless, set 3. He sets Beagle Tech, Caduceus, and the bottomless trap hole. Unfortunate, he didn't brick here though. Like, legitimately, he is kind of in a good spot. He just needs a way to destroy the Beagle Tech with something else, maybe with a Cosmic Cyclone, with their own ignition, what have you. I draw Serrato Murmillo. Obviously, I don't want to play into the bottomless very hard at all, so I just go straight for the Murmillo summon and grab my own copy of bottomless trap hole. I crash. Debatable on whether you should be crashing this early on, but the decks usually will not see Dionea till a bit later. In my case, though, he does have it. I go ahead and warning, and then he goes for the Soul Charge. And unfortunate for him, he does target my set Torrential, so I chain it. From here, I have my own copy of Dionea now, so I'll go ahead and summon it. He chains Maxi. I special summon Murmillo, target his set Beagle Tech, sadly, and then he does go for the Beagle Tech effect. I go breakthrough skill, and I feel like I don't have to make a Black Ship of Corn yet, because what's it called? Number 1, I do want to get rid of his bottomlesses if possible, and then number 2, I don't want to give him any more draws off of Maxi. So goes ahead, Dionea. Goes ahead and pops my Mortal Tech. I go ahead, chain my Mortal Tech, and then pop his Dionea. Again, I don't want him to have an access to a rank 4 or to get rid of any of my level 4. So he changed bottomless there. I'm completely fine with that. And now I go for the Black Ship of Corn. Black Ship of Corn, send the Beagle Tech, normal summon Serrato, and then try to beat him down. He goes for the Murmillo summon, grabs a Traptrix, Trap Hole, Nightmare, dualities into breakthrough skill. Okay. And then he sets 4. So I know breakthrough skill and Traptrix, Trap Hole, Nightmare. I tried to go for the swing. He lets it go through. I attempt to attack with the Black Ship of Corn. I knew he was gonna like probably do something here, so I wanted to kind of not attack just so I can use his effect. But it wasn't gonna work out, 1, because of breakthrough, and 2, there's a chance he just does it in the end phase. So on here, I do chain the breakthrough in my graveyard to negate the effect. I go ahead and grab myself a Dionea, follow up for next turn. Also because Yeah, that's one, and this is my second Mortal Tech. This deck only plays two, so can't really do anything here. Then pass, and then he summons his third copy of Murmillo. Pretty insane, and it looks like he plays multiple Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmares. But he really can't get over any of these two bodies. After all, Serato is a big boy, 1900 attack. I go for the black ship, send the Beagle Tech, he negates, and I had to bait it there. Otherwise, my Dianea gets negated instead, and I want to clear through his back row. I summoned the Murmillo. He changed Trap Hole Nightmare, and this is where he realizes that it's not going to do anything, and then he goes ahead and leaves. So, yeah, I mean, good game to both of you guys. From here, it's likely that I go for, I probably overlay for the biggest monster in the deck, which, if I'm correct, is a Ragna Zero, so that I can beat over the Beagle Tech. Yeah, that seems to be the play. And then Black Ship plus the Serato, I think, secures me the game. Let's see, this is 21, 31, 4K plus. Okay, so I don't have game, but it's very close. This deck does not play Cowboy, though, so I didn't have a way to Cowboy either. So he didn't lose right away, and then he does have the second Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, so I kind of have to be careful anyways. So, yeah. This deck has been really fun, and I'm going to upload another video tomorrow or at least I'm gonna try tomorrow, where I play against my boy John Vigil, and he's playing his Fire Fist Artifact Traptrix deck, and it's just a nice back and forth overall. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.